Calm is Power. Train Your Mind to Respond, Not React. Written by Justin Tracy. Published by Simple Audiobooks. Introduction. In a world that constantly demands immediate reactions, where people are bombarded with endless stimuli, stressors, and distractions, the ability to remain calm is not just a skill, but a transformative power that shapes the quality of life. Most individuals go through their days operating on autopilot, reacting emotionally to external events without pausing to consider the consequences of their responses. This leads to impulsive decisions, unnecessary conflicts, emotional exhaustion, and a sense of being controlled by circumstances rather than being in control of them. True power, however, does not lie in reacting to everything that happens, but in developing the mental discipline to pause, assess, and respond with thoughtfulness, clarity, and emotional intelligence. Training the mind to remain calm is a process that requires deep self-awareness, conscious effort, and a fundamental shift in mindset from being controlled by external forces to becoming the master of one's own thoughts, emotions, and actions. The ability to stay calm is not about suppressing emotions, pretending problems do not exist, or avoiding difficult situations. Rather, it is about learning to navigate life with composure, understanding, and strategic decision-making. When calmness becomes a habit, emotional control strengthens, and the mind no longer falls into the trap of irrational fears, anxiety, or anger. Instead of being swept away by external pressures, a person who has trained their mind to remain calm develops the ability to think clearly, even in high-pressure situations, allowing them to make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than impulsivity. This shift begins with cultivating self-awareness, the ability to recognize emotional triggers before they take control. The human brain is wired for survival, often reacting with stress and fear when faced with uncertainty, pressure, or unexpected events. However, by training the mind to become aware of these automatic responses, one gains the ability to interrupt the cycle and choose a different response, one that is rooted in logic, perspective, and long-term benefits, rather than immediate emotional satisfaction. Developing a calm mind also requires practicing patience, the ability to tolerate discomfort without reacting negatively. Many people seek immediate relief from discomfort by reacting in anger, frustration, or panic. But true mastery comes from being able to endure challenges with a composed mind, knowing that emotional outbursts rarely lead to positive solutions. This means developing the ability to sit with emotions, observe them, understand their source, and then choose how to act rather than letting emotions dictate actions. A calm mind leads to greater emotional resilience, the ability to recover quickly from setbacks, adapt to changing circumstances, and maintain focus even when things do not go as planned. Beyond emotional benefits, training the mind to respond rather than react has significant effects on relationships, decision-making, and overall well-being. Reactivity often leads to misunderstandings, conflicts, and strained relationships because people speak and act without fully processing the situation. However, when calmness becomes the default state, communication improves, interactions become more thoughtful, and relationships grow stronger because responses are based on understanding rather than emotion-driven impulses. The ability to stay calm also enhances decision-making, as it allows for rational thinking, weighing of options, and the avoidance of regretful, hasty choices. Calm individuals make better leaders, as they inspire trust and confidence, knowing that they can handle pressure without losing control. The practice of staying calm also contributes to physical health. Stress and chronic anxiety linked to numerous health problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, and weakened immune function. By developing the ability to remain calm, the body stays in a more balanced, relaxed state, reducing the harmful effects of stress on overall well-being. Achieving this state of calm as conscious effort, daily practice, and the integration of strategies that promote mental stability. Mindfulness is a powerful tool in this journey, as it teaches the ability to stay present and observe thoughts and emotions without immediately reacting. When mindfulness is practiced regularly, individuals develop the ability to detach from negative thoughts and emotions, allowing them to regain control over their mental state. Meditation is another key practice that strengthens the ability to stay calm, training the mind to remain centered even amidst chaos. Deep breathing exercises, self-reflection, and intentional pauses before reacting are all essential techniques that contribute to emotional mastery. Additionally, maintaining a healthy lifestyle with proper sleep, nutrition, and physical exercise supports emotional regulation, making it easier to stay composed under pressure. Mastering calmness does not mean one will never experience stress, anger, or frustration, but it ensures that these emotions no longer dictate actions. It means no longer being easily provoked, no longer making decisions based on fleeting emotions, and no longer allowing external chaos to disrupt inner peace. Those who develop this ability become unshakable, capable of handling life's ups and downs without losing themselves in the process. Their presence alone brings a sense of stability and reassurance to those around them, as they do not contribute to the emotional turmoil, but instead bring balance and wisdom to every situation. The world often rewards those who are loud, reactive, and aggressive, but true power lies in those who remain composed, who respond rather than react, and who operate with intentionality and control. This book explores how to cultivate and strengthen this power, teaching practical strategies, mental shifts, and daily habits that transform the mind into an unbreakable force of calmness and resilience. Whether facing personal challenges, difficult relationships, workplace pressures, or unexpected setbacks, learning to stay calm is the key to handling life with greater ease, clarity, and confidence. The ability to respond, rather than react, is not just a mental skill, it is a way of life that leads to better relationships, wiser choices, improved health, and a sense of inner mastery. It is the key to unlocking true personal power, one that does not rely on force or aggression, but on self-control, patience, and unwavering inner strength. By committing to this journey, individuals gain the ability to navigate life's challenges with clarity, purpose, and confidence, ensuring that they remain in control of their destiny rather than being controlled by their emotions. Chapter 1. The Science of Staying Calm. Staying calm is not just a passive state of mind, but a complex interaction between biology, psychology, and conscious mental training. It is deeply connected to how the nervous system, brain chemistry, and cognitive functions respond to stress and external stimuli. At the core of this process is the autonomic nervous system, which is divided into two parts: the sympathetic nervous system, responsible for the fight or flight response, and the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and recovery. When the brain perceives a threat, whether physical danger, emotional stress, or even a minor inconvenience, it triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones increase heart rate, raise blood pressure, and heighten alertness, preparing the body to react quickly. While this response is useful in genuine danger, in modern life, it is often activated unnecessarily by daily challenges such as work pressure, traffic, social interactions, and personal setbacks. Over time, frequent activation of the fight or flight response leads to chronic stress, emotional instability, and difficulty controlling impulses, making it harder to remain calm. Scientific studies have shown that individuals who practice emotional regulation techniques develop stronger connections in the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logical thinking, decision-making, and impulse control. This allows them to override the reactive responses driven by the amygdala, the fear center of the brain, which is responsible for emotional outbursts, anxiety, and panic. Research in neuroscience has demonstrated that training the brain to stay calm rewires neural pathways, creating long-lasting changes that improve emotional stability, cognitive function, and stress resilience. One of the most effective methods for strengthening the brain's ability to stay calm is mindfulness and meditation. These practices reduce the size and activity of the amygdala while strengthening the prefrontal cortex, allowing for better emotional regulation. Functional MRI scans have shown that individuals who meditate regularly exhibit lower stress hormone levels, improved emotional control, and increased gray matter density in areas of the brain associated with focus, decision-making, and self-awareness. Meditation also enhances neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections, making calmness a habitual response rather than a forced effort. Deep breathing exercises, such as diaphragmatic breathing and the 4-7-8 technique, have been scientifically proven to activate the vagus nerve, which sends signals to the brain to shift from stress mode to relaxation mode. This process reduces heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and promotes a sense of calmness within minutes. Engaging in physical exercise further supports emotional regulation by reducing cortisol levels and increasing endorphins, which enhance mood and mental clarity. Even a 10-minute walk has been shown to improve stress response and enhance the ability to handle pressure with composure. Another critical factor in maintaining calmness is sleep, as a lack of rest disrupts the brain's ability to regulate emotions, increasing the likelihood of overreacting to small stressors. Studies show that individuals who get insufficient sleep experience higher levels of amygdala activity and reduced prefrontal cortex function, making them more prone to anxiety, frustration, and emotional impulsivity. Diet also plays a crucial role in maintaining calmness, as certain foods either support or disrupt the body's ability to handle stress. Processed foods, excessive caffeine, and high-sugar diets contribute to blood sugar spikes and crashes, which can trigger mood swings, irritability, and heightened stress responses. In contrast, a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and antioxidants supports brain health, reduces inflammation, and promotes a balanced mood. Foods such as salmon, walnuts, dark leafy greens, and green tea have been linked to improved emotional regulation and lower cortisol levels. Hydration also affects stress levels, as even mild dehydration can increase cortisol production and impair cognitive function. Beyond physiological factors, mental habits and thought patterns play a significant role in staying calm. Cognitive reframing, a psychological technique that involves changing the way one interprets stressful situations, helps individuals maintain a rational and controlled perspective. By shifting from a victim mindset to a problem-solving approach, individuals develop a greater sense of control over their emotions and reactions. Practicing delayed gratification, pausing before reacting, considering long-term consequences, and choosing responses intentionally trains the brain to prioritize thoughtful decision-making over emotional impulsivity. Social environment and external influences also affect emotional stability. Surrounding oneself with positive, supportive individuals strengthens emotional resilience, whereas being in a chaotic, negative, or toxic environment increases stress and reactivity. Studies have found that social interactions with calm, composed individuals help regulate stress responses, as the brain mirrors the emotional states of those around it. Engaging in gratitude practices, positive affirmations, and visualization techniques has been shown to rewire the brain to perceive challenges with greater perspective, reducing the likelihood of emotional outbursts. Small, consistent behavioral changes, such as taking deep breaths before speaking, practicing self-reflection, and engaging in activities that promote relaxation, gradually reprogram the brain to respond calmly as a default state. Over time, these practices strengthen neural pathways associated with emotional stability, allowing individuals to remain composed and focused even in high-pressure situations. The ability to stay calm is not an inborn trait, but a skill that can be developed through intentional effort, repetition, and an understanding of how the mind and body function under stress. Neuroscience confirms that practicing emotional regulation techniques leads to long-term changes in brain structure and function, making calmness a natural state rather than a temporary effort. Research has demonstrated that individuals who implement these practices experience lower levels of anxiety, better interpersonal relationships, and improved overall well-being. The science behind staying calm is clear. It is a combination of biological regulation, mental training, and environmental awareness. By mastering this process, individuals enhance their decision-making, emotional resilience, and overall life satisfaction. Developing the ability to respond rather than react allows for greater control over emotions, leading to a more balanced, fulfilling, and empowered life. Chapter 2. Breaking the habit of reactivity. Breaking the habit of reactivity is rewiring the brain's automatic responses to stress, frustration, and unexpected challenges by shifting from unconscious emotional reactions to intentional, controlled responses. Reactivity is deeply ingrained in the brain's neural pathways due to repeated exposure to stressors that have conditioned the amygdala, the brain's fear and emotional processing center, to trigger immediate fight or flight responses. This often results in impulsive outbursts, defensive behavior, and regrettable decisions that escalate conflicts rather than resolving them. Scientific research in neuroplasticity proves that reactivity is not an unchangeable trait, but a learned habit that can be replaced with conscious, deliberate response patterns. To break this cycle, the prefrontal cortex, the brain's rational and decision-making center, must be strengthened through mindfulness, self-awareness, and emotional regulation techniques. Mindfulness trains the brain to observe emotions without immediately acting on them, creating a pause between stimulus and response, which is crucial for maintaining control in high-pressure situations. Studies show that practicing meditation reduces activity in the amygdala and increases gray matter in areas responsible for logical thinking and self-regulation, making individuals less prone to knee-jerk reactions. Another powerful strategy is cognitive reframing, which involves shifting perspectives on stressful situations by questioning automatic thoughts and choosing a more rational, constructive interpretation. This method prevents emotional hijacking and enables individuals to respond calmly and thoughtfully rather than being controlled by instinctive emotions. Deep breathing techniques, such as the 4-7-8 method or diaphragmatic breathing, activate the parasympathetic nervous system, signaling the brain to relax, slowing the heart rate, and reducing stress hormone production, helping to prevent reactive behavior. Another key factor in breaking reactivity is understanding emotional triggers and conditioning the mind to respond differently. Triggers are often rooted in past experiences, unresolved emotional wounds, or deeply held beliefs that cause disproportionate reactions to minor situations. By identifying and analyzing these triggers, individuals can disrupt the automatic reaction cycle and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Research indicates that journaling emotions, engaging in self-reflection, and using visualization techniques help reprogram the subconscious mind to respond with composure rather than emotional intensity. Regular exposure to calming activities, such as physical exercise, nature walks, and creative hobbies, lowers baseline stress levels, making the brain less susceptible to reactive tendencies. Additionally, maintaining stable blood sugar levels through proper nutrition, staying hydrated, and prioritizing quality sleep supports brain function and emotional stability, reducing the likelihood of mood swings and irritability. Social interactions also influence reactivity, as being surrounded by reactive individuals reinforces impulsive behaviors, whereas associating with calm, emotionally intelligent people encourages a more composed and measured approach to challenges. Another effective strategy is the implementation of a self-imposed delay before responding to emotionally charged situations, such as counting to 10, taking a deep breath, or physically removing oneself from the environment to reset emotional balance. Over time, consistently applying these techniques rewires the brain to default to calm and thoughtful responses instead of automatic emotional reactions. Neuroscientific studies confirm that breaking the habit of reactivity requires consistent effort, but leads to significant improvements in emotional resilience, problem-solving abilities, and interpersonal relationships. As individuals train their minds to respond rather than react, they gain greater control over their emotions, enhance their ability to navigate stress, and cultivate a sense of inner power that allows them to handle life's challenges with grace and confidence. By repeatedly practicing intentional responses, individuals create new neural pathways that make calmness and self-control their natural way of interacting with the world, transforming not only their emotional well-being, but also their overall quality of life. Chapter 3. The Power of Emotional Control. The power of emotional control is one of the most crucial skills a person can develop, as it determines how effectively they navigate stress, conflict, and challenges in life. Emotional control is not about suppressing feelings, but about mastering the ability to regulate emotions in a way that promotes mental clarity, strong decision-making, and resilience under pressure. When emotions are left unchecked, they often lead to impulsive behavior, irrational decisions, and unnecessary conflict, causing long-term negative consequences in relationships, career, and personal well-being. Neuroscience shows that emotional control is directly linked to brain function, particularly the relationship between the prefrontal cortex, which governs logical thinking and decision-making, and the amygdala, which is responsible for emotional responses, fear, and survival instincts. When a person lacks emotional control, the amygdala dominates their reactions, triggering immediate, emotionally charged responses that are often unhelpful or damaging. However, with consistent training and self-awareness, the prefrontal cortex can be strengthened, allowing logical thinking to override emotional impulses, leading to calmer, more composed responses. This process is known as emotional regulation and has been extensively studied in psychology and neuroscience, with research confirming that individuals who develop emotional control experience lower stress levels, better mental health, and greater success in personal and professional life. One of the most effective techniques for developing emotional control is mindfulness, which trains the brain to observe emotions without immediately reacting to them. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and focused breathing exercises, have been shown to reduce activity in the amygdala while increasing gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, enhancing the brain's ability to process emotions rationally. Studies have found that individuals who practice mindfulness regularly exhibit a greater ability to remain calm in stressful situations, as their brains have been conditioned to pause and assess circumstances before reacting impulsively. Deep breathing techniques, such as diaphragmatic breathing and the 4-7-8 method, activate the parasympathetic nervous system, counteracting the stress response and reducing the production of cortisol, the hormone responsible for anxiety and tension. Engaging in breath control techniques in moments of heightened emotion helps slow down the mind and body, creating space for rational decision-making rather than allowing emotions to dictate responses. Another crucial factor in emotional control is self-awareness. Understanding personal emotional triggers, recognizing negative thought patterns, and identifying habitual reactions that lead to unnecessary stress or conflict. Self-reflection, through journaling or introspection, allows individuals to track their emotional responses over time, uncovering patterns of reactivity and pinpointing areas that require improvement. Cognitive reframing is another powerful strategy for emotional control, as it helps individuals shift their perspectives on stressful situations by choosing interpretations that reduce emotional intensity. Instead of viewing challenges as overwhelming obstacles, individuals can train their minds to see them as opportunities for growth and problem-solving, which significantly reduces emotional distress. This technique is commonly used in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, to help individuals manage anxiety, depression, and anger by changing the way they perceive situations, rather than letting emotions take control. Research has shown that individuals who practice cognitive reframing are more adaptable, resilient, and less prone to emotional breakdowns, as they are able to approach difficulties with a rational and solutions-focused mindset. Another key factor in emotional control is physiological regulation, as physical health directly impacts emotional stability. Nutrition plays a significant role in brain function, as diets high in processed foods, sugar, and caffeine contribute to mood swings, irritability, and anxiety. While whole foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and antioxidants support emotional balance, proper hydration is equally important, as even mild dehydration has been linked to increased stress hormone production and cognitive impairments that make emotional regulation more difficult. Sleep is another crucial factor, as studies show that sleep deprivation weakens the prefrontal cortex's ability to control emotions, making individuals more reactive and less capable of handling stress. Regular physical exercise has also been proven to enhance emotional control by reducing cortisol levels and increasing the production of endorphins and serotonin, neurotransmitters that promote mood stability and relaxation. Emotional intelligence plays a fundamental role in emotional control, as it encompasses self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Individuals with high emotional intelligence are better able to manage their own emotions, while also understanding and responding effectively to the emotions of others. This is especially important in social interactions, as uncontrolled emotions often lead to misunderstandings, conflict, and damaged relationships. By practicing emotional intelligence skills, individuals can navigate interpersonal situations with greater diplomacy, patience, and composure, improving both personal and professional relationships. The social environment also has a significant impact on emotional control, as being surrounded by reactive and emotionally volatile individuals reinforces impulsive behavior, while being in the presence of calm and emotionally mature people promotes greater stability and self-regulation. This is due to the brain's mirror neuron system, which subconsciously mimics the emotional states of those around it, making it essential to be mindful of the influences that shape emotional habits. Another practical technique for developing emotional control is the habit of delaying responses in emotionally charged situations. Instead of reacting immediately when triggered, individuals can take a moment to pause, take a deep breath, and assess the situation objectively before deciding how to respond. This small but powerful habit disrupts the automatic emotional response cycle, allowing time for logical thinking to take precedence over impulse-driven reactions. Research in psychology has shown that individuals who practice delayed response techniques experience greater control over their emotions, as they train their brains to prioritize thoughtful decision-making over instant gratification. Emotional control also strengthened through the practice of gratitude, positive affirmations, and visualization techniques, as these habits rewire the brain to focus on constructive, empowering thoughts rather than being consumed by negative emotions. Neuroscientific studies have confirmed that consistently engaging in these practices leads to lasting changes in brain function, making emotional regulation a natural state rather than a forced effort. Ultimately, emotional control is a learned skill that requires dedication, repetition, and conscious effort, but the rewards are profound. Mastering emotional control leads to greater mental clarity, stronger decision-making abilities, improved relationships, and an overall sense of inner peace and stability. Individuals who cultivate this skill gain the ability to remain composed in high-pressure situations, handle criticism and adversity with confidence, and make choices that align with long-term success rather than short-term emotional reactions. By consistently practicing emotional regulation techniques, individuals transform their responses to life's challenges, freeing themselves from the cycle of emotional turbulence and achieving a level of self-mastery that empowers them to live with purpose, wisdom, and resilience. Chapter 4: Mindfulness and Presence. Mindfulness and presence are the foundation of mental clarity, emotional stability, and a deep connection to the present moment, allowing individuals to break free from the cycle of distraction, overthinking, and emotional reactivity. The modern world is filled with endless stimuli that pull attention in multiple directions, creating a state of chronic mental noise, stress, and anxiety, making it difficult to focus on the here and now. Practicing mindfulness is the key to regaining control over attention, training the brain to remain fully engaged in the present instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Neuroscience has shown that mindfulness strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the brain center for rational thought and self-control, while reducing the overactivity of the amygdala, which is responsible for stress and fear responses. This shift in brain function allows individuals to respond to situations with calmness and intention, rather than reacting impulsively based on emotions or conditioned habits. Developing mindfulness begins with conscious awareness of thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment, allowing individuals to observe their inner experiences without becoming consumed by them. One of the most effective methods for cultivating mindfulness is meditation, where focusing on the breath, bodily sensations, or a specific mantra trains the brain to stay present and enhances self-awareness. Studies have proven that regular meditation practice leads to significant reductions in stress, anxiety, and emotional reactivity, while improving cognitive function, concentration, and overall well-being. Another powerful practice is mindful breathing, which involves deep, intentional breaths that ground attention in the body and regulate the nervous system, shifting it from a stress-induced state to one of relaxation and control. Engaging in mindful activities, such as slow walking, eating with full attention, or simply observing the surrounding environment, helps strengthen the habit of presence, rewiring the brain to prioritize awareness over distraction. Mindfulness also plays a crucial role in improving relationships, as it fosters deep listening, empathy, and non-reactivity, allowing individuals to engage with others with full attention and emotional intelligence, rather than being lost in internal narratives or assumptions. Research in psychology has demonstrated that mindfulness enhances overall mental health by reducing negative thought patterns, improving self-regulation, and fostering a greater sense of peace and contentment. Presence is essential for peak performance in any field, as studies show that athletes, artists, and professionals who train their minds to stay fully immersed in the moment achieve higher levels of focus, creativity, and efficiency. The ability to remain fully present also strengthens emotional resilience, preventing individuals from being overwhelmed by stress or setbacks, as their awareness is anchored in reality rather than being consumed by hypothetical fears or regrets. The practice of mindfulness extends beyond formal meditation and becomes a way of life, allowing individuals to maintain a steady, grounded state of mind regardless of external circumstances. Training the mind to focus on the present reduces overthinking and mental fatigue, as it prevents energy from being wasted on unnecessary worries, making it easier to engage in deep work, problem solving, and meaningful experiences. Neuroscientific studies reveal that long-term mindfulness practice leads to structural changes in the brain, increasing gray matter density in areas responsible for memory, emotional regulation, and learning, demonstrating that presence is not just a temporary state, but a trainable skill that reshapes the mind for greater well-being. By practicing mindfulness daily, individuals develop a heightened sense of awareness, enabling them to navigate life with clarity, intentionality, and a sense of inner balance that is unshaken by external chaos. Mindfulness also enhances physical health, as research shows it lowers blood pressure, improves immune function, and reduces inflammation, proving that the mind-body connection plays a vital role in overall well-being. The ability to remain present in every moment, rather than being trapped in past regrets or future anxieties, is one of the greatest strengths a person can cultivate, as it allows for greater appreciation of life, stronger decision-making, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. Mindfulness is not a passive practice, but an active discipline that requires consistent effort, as the modern world constantly attempts to pull attention away from the present through technology, distractions, and mental overstimulation. The key to mastery lies in small, daily habits that reinforce the ability to stay present, whether it be through conscious breathing, intentional observation, or deep engagement in tasks without multitasking. Over time, mindfulness becomes second nature, transforming the way individuals experience life by allowing them to embrace each moment fully, free from the mental clutter and emotional instability that result from an untrained mind. Developing this level of presence is a lifelong journey that leads to greater emotional mastery, deeper connections with others, and an unshakable sense of inner peace that remains intact even in the face of challenges and uncertainty. Chapter 5: Mental Toughness and Resilience. Mental toughness and resilience are the pillars of an unbreakable mindset, shaping how individuals respond to pressure, setbacks, and adversity, allowing them to stay focused, composed, and determined even in the face of immense difficulties. The ability to maintain mental strength is not an inherent trait, but a skill that can be developed through intentional training, discipline, and exposure to challenges, as those who actively work on building resilience become far better equipped to handle life's inevitable struggles. In a world filled with uncertainty, competition, and obstacles, individuals who cultivate mental toughness gain a psychological advantage over those who are easily discouraged, emotionally reactive, or paralyzed by fear. Resilience is the difference between those who push forward despite failures and those who allow setbacks to define them. And history has repeatedly shown that the most successful individuals, whether in sports, business, personal development, or leadership, are those who refuse to let adversity break them. The brain plays a crucial role in determining resilience, with neuroscientific studies proving that individuals who train their minds to handle stress strengthen the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought, decision-making, and emotional regulation, while simultaneously reducing the overactivity of the amygdala, which is responsible for fear, anxiety, and stress responses. This neurological shift allows resilient individuals to remain calm, logical, and solution-oriented in high-pressure situations, while those who lack mental toughness become overwhelmed by stress, panic, or impulsive emotions. The foundation of mental toughness lies in learning to endure discomfort without seeking immediate relief, as those who consistently expose themselves to controlled adversity, whether through physical training, discipline, or pushing their limits, develop a higher tolerance for stress and an increased ability to perform under pressure. Studies show that elite athletes, military personnel, and high-achieving professionals all undergo rigorous training that simulates intense challenges, strengthening their ability to stay composed and effective when faced with real-life adversity. This principle applies to every aspect of life, as individuals who deliberately seek challenges rather than avoid them develop greater problem-solving skills, emotional regulation, and confidence in their ability to handle difficulties. The process of building mental toughness requires actively reframing setbacks as learning experiences rather than failures, as those who view obstacles as opportunities to grow, adapt, and strengthen their abilities cultivate a mindset that thrives in adversity rather than succumbing to it. Cognitive psychology research has demonstrated that individuals who adopt a growth mindset, believing that abilities, intelligence, and resilience can be developed through effort, consistently outperform those with a fixed mindset, who see challenges as threats and failures as personal shortcomings. The ability to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success eliminates the fear of setbacks, allowing individuals to take bold action, persist through difficulties, and continually refine their skills without being hindered by self-doubt. Emotional control is another critical component of resilience, as those who allow their emotions to dictate their responses often make poor decisions, act impulsively, or become trapped in cycles of frustration, anxiety, or fear. Training the mind to recognize negative thought patterns, interrupt self-defeating narratives, and consciously choose empowering responses is essential for maintaining control over actions and decisions in high-pressure situations. This level of self-mastery enables individuals to respond to adversity with calmness, clarity, and rational thinking rather than reacting impulsively based on emotions. Research in psychology confirms that individuals who practice emotional regulation techniques, such as deep breathing, cognitive reframing, and mindfulness, develop a greater ability to manage stress, recover quickly from setbacks, and maintain a positive outlook despite difficulties. Another powerful aspect of mental toughness is the ability to focus only on what can be controlled, as wasting energy on external circumstances, other people's opinions, or unpredictable factors leads to unnecessary stress, anxiety, and helplessness. Resilient individuals understand that, while they cannot control everything around them, they have full control over their mindset, actions, and responses, allowing them to maintain a sense of empowerment regardless of external challenges. This principle is reinforced by research in performance psychology, which shows that high-achieving individuals prioritize effort, adaptability, and personal growth over external validation or uncontrollable outcomes, leading to higher levels of confidence, perseverance, and long-term success. Another key trait of mentally tough individuals is their ability to embrace discomfort as a means of growth, deliberately seeking out challenges that push their limits rather than avoiding hardship. Whether through intense physical training, disciplined habits, or facing fears head-on, the process of repeatedly overcoming discomfort strengthens both psychological and physiological resilience, creating an unshakable mindset that is prepared for any adversity. This concept is supported by neuroscience, which has found that exposure to controlled stress enhances neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt, learn, and develop greater resilience over time. Studies have also shown that individuals who push past their perceived limits in training, whether in sports, business, or personal development, develop a higher tolerance for failure, rejection, and hardship, making them far more capable of handling real-world challenges with confidence and composure. Another critical aspect of resilience is self-discipline, as those who master the ability to stay consistent in their actions, regardless of motivation or external circumstances, gain a significant advantage in all areas of life. Unlike motivation, which is fleeting and unreliable, discipline ensures that individuals continue working towards their goals even when they do not feel like it, reinforcing habits that lead to long-term success. Research in habit formation has proven that consistent action, rather than occasional bursts of effort, is the key to mastery, as the brain strengthens neural pathways associated with disciplined behavior, making it easier to stay committed over time. Mentally tough individuals also cultivate a strong internal dialogue, as the way they speak to themselves directly impacts their ability to persevere through challenges. Positive self-talk, affirmations of strength, and a mindset of persistence reinforce the belief that obstacles are temporary and that setbacks are opportunities to grow, preventing self-doubt, fear, or frustration from taking control. Studies in sports psychology have shown that elite athletes who engage in constructive self-talk perform at significantly higher levels than those who allow negative thoughts to dictate their mindset, proving that mental toughness is as much about internal dialogue as it is about external actions. Another essential practice for building resilience is surrounding oneself with like-minded, disciplined, and high-performing individuals, as the environment plays a crucial role in reinforcing mental toughness. Those who associate with resilient individuals naturally adopt the same mindset, habits, and approach to adversity, while those who spend time around negativity, excuses, and weakness are more likely to develop mental fragility. Research in social psychology confirms that an individual's mindset, behavior, and resilience are heavily influenced by their social environment, making it essential to cultivate a circle of people who inspire strength, discipline, and perseverance. The process of developing an unbreakable mindset is not an overnight transformation, but a lifelong commitment to embracing challenges, refining emotional control, and pushing beyond perceived limitations. The strongest individuals are not those who avoid hardship, but those who face it head-on, using every obstacle as fuel for growth, every setback as a lesson, and every failure as a stepping stone toward mastery. The true power of resilience lies in the ability to not only survive adversity, but to thrive in it, using each challenge as an opportunity to sharpen mental strength, refine skills, and cultivate an unstoppable drive to succeed. The ultimate goal of mental toughness is not merely to endure difficulties, but to transform them into opportunities for growth, strength, and self-mastery, leading to a life defined by relentless progress, unwavering confidence, and an indomitable will to overcome any challenge. Chapter 6: The Role of Silence and Reflection. Silence and reflection are powerful yet often overlooked tools that allow individuals to gain deeper self-awareness, mental clarity, and emotional control, providing the space necessary to process thoughts, regulate emotions, and develop a more profound understanding of oneself and the world. In a fast-paced, noisy society filled with constant distractions, external pressures, and information overload, many people struggle to connect with their inner thoughts, leading to impulsive reactions, mental fatigue, and a lack of true self-awareness. However, those who embrace silence and intentional reflection develop the ability to detach from external noise, observe their thoughts objectively, and cultivate a level of inner peace that allows them to respond to life with wisdom rather than reacting out of impulse. Scientific research has shown that periods of silence activate the brain's default mode network, the region responsible for introspection, creativity, and problem-solving, proving that moments of stillness are essential for processing information, generating insights, and making well-thought-out decisions. In contrast, constant exposure to noise, distractions, and digital stimuli keeps the brain in a reactive state, making it difficult to think deeply, manage emotions, or maintain focus. Those who regularly practice silence and self-reflection gain a significant advantage in emotional regulation, as they learn to identify triggers, observe patterns in their behavior, and develop the ability to pause before reacting, preventing unnecessary stress, conflicts, or regrets. Silence also serves as a tool for emotional detoxification, allowing individuals to sit with their thoughts and feelings, process unresolved emotions, and release mental clutter rather than suppressing or avoiding them. This practice is particularly effective in reducing anxiety and emotional overwhelm, as research has demonstrated that individuals who incorporate silent reflection into their routines experience lower cortisol levels, improved mood stability, and heightened cognitive function. In addition to its psychological benefits, silence enhances decision-making by providing the mental space needed to weigh options, analyze situations objectively, and make choices based on logic and clarity, rather than emotional impulsivity or external influence. Some of history's greatest thinkers, leaders, and innovators have credited solitude and reflection as essential components of their success, as these moments of deep thought allow for breakthroughs, strategic planning, and an increased ability to navigate challenges with wisdom. Furthermore, silence strengthens mindfulness by training the mind to be fully present in the moment, rather than being consumed by distractions, stress, or overthinking, leading to a heightened sense of awareness, improved concentration, and a greater appreciation for the present. Silence also plays a crucial role in self-mastery, as those who practice it develop stronger mental discipline, learning to control their inner dialogue, quiet unnecessary mental chatter, and focus their thoughts with intention. Research in neuroscience confirms that moments of silence enhance neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, improve memory, and develop new patterns of thinking, proving that quiet reflection is not only beneficial for emotional well-being, but also for cognitive growth and intelligence. Another key aspect of silence is its role in strengthening communication, as those who master the ability to pause and listen develop deeper connections with others, respond more thoughtfully in conversations, and avoid unnecessary conflicts caused by impulsive words or misunderstandings. Silence, when used correctly, becomes a tool for observation, allowing individuals to read situations more effectively, understand people's intentions, and gain insight into unspoken emotions and dynamics. Furthermore, reflection is essential for self-improvement, as taking time to analyze past experiences, successes, and failures allows individuals to extract lessons, recognize growth opportunities, and refine their approach to challenges. Those who engage in regular self-reflection are more likely to learn from mistakes, adapt to new circumstances, and make continuous progress toward their goals. Silence also strengthens inner confidence, as those who spend time in solitude become less reliant on external validation, social noise, or constant stimulation, fostering a deep sense of self-trust, independence, and inner stability. The ability to sit in silence without discomfort is a sign of mental strength, as many people seek distractions to avoid confronting their thoughts, emotions, or fears. However, those who embrace quiet moments develop the courage to face their inner world, work through unresolved issues, and cultivate a level of self-awareness that allows them to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Silence also enhances creativity, as research has shown that the brain generates its most innovative ideas during moments of stillness, when it is free from external input and able to make new connections between thoughts, leading to breakthroughs and original thinking. This is why many artists, writers, and visionaries intentionally seek solitude as a means of accessing their deepest creative potential. Furthermore, silence is a source of energy restoration, as the constant stimulation of modern life drains mental and emotional resources, while moments of quiet allow the mind and nervous system to reset, leading to increased focus, productivity, and overall well-being. Studies have shown that even brief periods of silence can significantly reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve heart health, demonstrating its profound impact on both mental and physical health. Additionally, silence fosters a stronger connection to intuition, as those who take time to reflect and listen to their inner voice develop sharper instincts, greater self-trust, and a heightened ability to make decisions that align with their true values and purpose. In spiritual traditions and philosophical teachings across cultures, silence has long been recognized as a gateway to wisdom, enlightenment, and self-discovery, proving that it is not merely the absence of sound, but a powerful tool for accessing deeper levels of consciousness and understanding. Those who master the practice of silence gain the ability to navigate life with greater patience, clarity, and emotional intelligence, making them more resilient, composed, and effective in handling challenges. Silence is also a key factor in strengthening mental resilience, as the ability to remain calm and composed in moments of stress, uncertainty, or high-pressure situations is a direct result of training the mind to function without the constant need for external stimuli or immediate reactions. Developing a habit of daily silence and reflection, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in solitude, is one of the most effective ways to cultivate a powerful, disciplined, and focused mind. The true strength of silence lies in its ability to shift individuals from a reactive state to a responsive one, allowing them to approach life's challenges with deliberate thought, emotional balance, and strategic decision-making rather than being controlled by impulsivity, stress, or external chaos. Chapter 7. Dealing with difficult people and situations. Dealing with difficult people and situations is an essential skill that determines the quality of one's personal and professional life, and mastering this ability requires a deep understanding of human psychology, emotional intelligence, and strategic thinking. Difficult people exist in every aspect of life, whether in the workplace, family, social circles, or even random encounters, and the way individuals respond to them significantly impacts their mental peace, stress levels, and overall success. Many people allow their emotions to take control when facing difficult individuals, reacting with frustration, anger, or defensiveness, which only fuels the negativity and escalates the situation. However, those who learn to manage their emotions and respond with logic rather than impulse gain the upper hand, as they can handle conflicts with wisdom, maintain their composure, and avoid unnecessary stress. One of the first steps in dealing with difficult people is recognizing that their behavior is not a reflection of oneself, but rather a manifestation of their own struggles, insecurities, and emotional wounds. Understanding this allows individuals to detach emotionally from personal attacks, criticism, or negative energy, preventing them from internalizing the toxicity of others. By developing a mindset that views difficult interactions as challenges to be navigated rather than personal battles to be won, individuals gain a sense of control over their responses and reactions. Setting boundaries is another critical aspect of handling difficult people, as failing to establish limits can lead to emotional exhaustion, resentment, and the loss of self-respect. Boundaries must be clear, firm, and communicated assertively to prevent people from overstepping or taking advantage. Many difficult individuals thrive on manipulating others, testing limits, and provoking reactions, but those who have strong personal boundaries are less likely to be affected or controlled by such behaviors. Learning to say no without guilt and maintaining a strong sense of self-worth is essential in dealing with people who seek to drain energy or create unnecessary drama. Another powerful tool in managing difficult situations is the practice of emotional detachment, which allows individuals to remain calm, logical, and composed regardless of the negativity around them. Emotional detachment does not mean being indifferent or uncaring. Rather, it involves choosing not to let external chaos dictate one's internal state. This is a skill that requires practice, as many people instinctively react emotionally when confronted with hostility or manipulation. However, those who cultivate inner stability through mindfulness, self-awareness, and deep breathing techniques can maintain their equilibrium in even the most challenging situations. Communication also plays a crucial role in dealing with difficult people, as misunderstandings, poor listening skills, and reactive responses often worsen conflicts. Practicing active listening, remaining calm, and responding with thoughtfulness rather than aggression can diffuse tense interactions and prevent unnecessary escalation. Sometimes, people simply want to be heard, and giving them space to express themselves can shift the dynamic of the conversation, reducing hostility and increasing cooperation. However, there are cases where difficult people are not interested in productive communication, but rather seek to provoke, manipulate, or create conflict. In such situations, the best approach is to disengage, refuse to feed into the negativity, and maintain an air of indifference rather than reacting emotionally. The ability to walk away from unproductive arguments is a sign of emotional intelligence and self-control, as engaging in unnecessary conflict only drains energy and serves no real purpose. Another important strategy for dealing with difficult individuals is mastering the art of influence rather than control. People naturally resist being controlled, but they respond to influence when approached correctly. By leading through example, maintaining a calm presence, and using persuasive rather than confrontational language, it becomes possible to shift behaviors and encourage cooperation rather than resistance. In professional settings, handling difficult colleagues, managers, or clients requires diplomacy, tact, and professionalism. Many workplace conflicts stem from misunderstandings, power struggles, or personality clashes. But those who can navigate these situations with maturity and strategic thinking gain respect and credibility. Knowing when to assert oneself, when to compromise, and when to step back is key to maintaining a professional reputation and avoiding unnecessary workplace drama. Emotional resilience is another crucial aspect of handling difficult people and situations, as those who have a strong mental foundation are less likely to be affected by negativity or external pressures. Developing resilience involves strengthening self-confidence, practicing self-care, and cultivating a mindset that does not seek validation from others. People who are secure in themselves are far less likely to be manipulated, provoked, or emotionally drained by difficult individuals. Another critical skill in dealing with difficult people is recognizing patterns of toxic behavior and choosing whether or not to continue engaging. Some people thrive on negativity, drama, and manipulation, and no amount of reasoning communication, or patience will change their behavior. In such cases, the best course of action is to distance oneself, remove toxic influences from one's life, and focus on personal growth rather than wasting energy trying to change those who do not wish to change. Additionally, learning to manage stress in high-pressure situations is essential for maintaining composure when dealing with difficult individuals. Stress reduction techniques such as meditation, breathwork, and exercise help keep the nervous system regulated, making it easier to remain calm and rational during conflicts. The mind is more effective when it is in a state of balance, and those who regularly practice stress management techniques are better equipped to handle challenging situations without becoming overwhelmed. Another key element in dealing with difficult people and maintaining perspective and understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. It is important to assess whether engaging with a difficult person will lead to a productive outcome, or if it will only drain energy and create unnecessary frustration. Picking battles wisely and focusing on situations that truly matter allows individuals to conserve their mental and emotional resources for more important aspects of life. Another important strategy is self-reflection, as analyzing past interactions with difficult people can provide valuable insights into patterns, triggers, and areas for improvement. Many people fall into repetitive cycles of conflict because they respond the same way each time. But by reflecting on past experiences, individuals can identify better ways to handle similar situations in the future. Self-awareness is a powerful tool in navigating difficult interactions, as it allows individuals to recognize their own emotional triggers and develop strategies to respond more effectively. Additionally, practicing patience and understanding that people have different perspectives, backgrounds, and emotional wounds can help in dealing with difficult situations more compassionately. Not every difficult person is intentionally malicious. Some may be struggling with their own internal battles, insecurities, or stresses, which affect their behavior. Approaching interactions with empathy, when appropriate, can lead to more harmonious resolutions. However, empathy should not be mistaken for allowing toxic behavior, and there must be a balance between understanding and maintaining self-respect. In the grand scheme of life, developing the ability to deal with difficult people and situations effectively leads to a greater sense of peace, confidence, and control over one's own life. Those who master this skill are able to navigate adversity with strength, avoid unnecessary drama, and focus their energy on positive and productive endeavors. The key lies in cultivating emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and strategic thinking, allowing one to respond to challenges with wisdom rather than reaction. The ultimate goal is to remain unshaken by negativity, conflicts, or external difficulties, ensuring that no person or situation has the power to disrupt one's inner stability, mental clarity, or overall well-being. Chapter 8. Building a calm and focused life. Building a calm and focused life requires a deep commitment to mastering one's mind, emotions, and daily habits to create an environment of inner peace, clarity, and unwavering concentration. In a world filled with distractions, negativity, and constant external pressures, many people struggle to maintain focus and remain calm, often falling into cycles of stress, anxiety, and scattered thinking that prevent them from reaching their full potential. Developing a calm and focused life starts with cultivating self-awareness, understanding personal triggers, and recognizing the thoughts, emotions, and external influences that disrupt inner balance. By training the mind to respond rather than react impulsively, individuals gain the ability to navigate challenges with composure, maintain emotional stability, and prevent external circumstances from dictating their mental state. One of the most powerful tools for achieving a calm and focused life is mindfulness, which involves being fully present in the moment, observing thoughts without judgment, and consciously directing attention toward what truly matters. Many people live in a state of mental chaos, constantly thinking about the past or worrying about the future, leading to unnecessary stress and distraction. By practicing mindfulness daily, individuals can develop greater control over their thoughts, reduce mental clutter, and enhance their ability to concentrate deeply on their goals. Another critical aspect of building a calm and focused life is learning to control the inputs that influence the mind. The information people consume, the conversations they engage in, and the environments they expose themselves to all shape their mental state. Those who allow negativity, gossip, or unnecessary drama into their lives often find themselves overwhelmed, reactive, and mentally exhausted. On the other hand, those who deliberately filter out distractions, avoid toxic influences, and surround themselves with positive, growth-oriented people create an environment that fosters calmness and focus. Developing a structured daily routine also plays a vital role in maintaining inner peace and mental clarity, as chaotic or unplanned days often lead to stress, confusion, and wasted energy. Establishing a morning ritual that includes meditation, journaling, or exercise sets the tone for a productive and centered day, helping individuals start with a clear mind and a strong sense of purpose. Likewise, creating an evening routine that promotes relaxation, such as reading, reflecting on the day, or practicing gratitude, allows the mind to unwind, reducing stress and preparing for restorative sleep. Another essential factor in building a calm and focused life is mastering the art of emotional regulation, as uncontrolled emotions can quickly disrupt mental clarity and lead to impulsive reactions. Learning to pause, breathe, and assess situations objectively before responding enables individuals to make thoughtful decisions, rather than being ruled by temporary emotions. This level of self-control fosters a sense of inner strength, allowing individuals to remain calm even in high-pressure or emotionally charged situations. Additionally, maintaining physical well-being is crucial for mental calmness and focus, as the state of the body directly impacts the mind. Engaging in regular exercise, maintaining a nutritious diet, and prioritizing sleep all contribute to a more stable and resilient mental state, preventing mood swings, anxiety, and brain fog that can hinder focus. Simplifying life by eliminating unnecessary commitments, decluttering physical spaces, and focusing only on meaningful pursuits also contributes to a greater sense of calm and clarity. Many people overwhelm themselves by saying yes to everything, overloading their schedules, and filling their minds with trivial concerns, which leads to stress and mental exhaustion. By learning to prioritize and focus on what truly matters, individuals can create a lifestyle that supports long-term calmness and productivity. Strengthening the ability to focus deeply on tasks without distraction is another cornerstone of building a calm and focused life, as the modern world constantly competes for attention through notifications, digital entertainment, and endless sources of stimulation. Developing the discipline to engage in deep work, minimize distractions, and train the mind to sustain concentration for extended periods enhances productivity and fosters a sense of mental control. Letting go of the need to control everything and embracing a mindset of acceptance also plays a significant role in maintaining calmness. Many individuals create unnecessary stress by trying to micromanage every aspect of life, worrying about things beyond their control, or resisting change. By adopting an attitude of adaptability and focusing only on what can be controlled, individuals free themselves from unnecessary worrying and cultivate a state of inner peace. Additionally, learning to manage time effectively prevents stress and promotes a more centered life, as last-minute rushing, procrastination, and poor planning create unnecessary chaos and mental turmoil. Those who practice time management techniques such as prioritization, time blocking, and focused work sessions experience greater peace of mind, as they can approach tasks with clarity rather than feeling overwhelmed. Cultivating patience and slowing down the pace of life also contributes to greater calmness, as modern society often encourages a fast-paced, overstimulated way of living that leads to burnout and mental fatigue. Taking deliberate pauses throughout the day, practicing deep breathing, and engaging in activities that promote relaxation help reset the nervous system and prevents unnecessary stress. Another powerful element of creating a calm and focused life is detaching from external validation and developing a strong internal foundation of self-worth. Many individuals experience anxiety and distraction due to an over-reliance on external approval, constantly seeking validation from others, worrying about opinions, and reacting to criticism. By building inner confidence and focusing on personal values rather than seeking outside validation, individuals free themselves from unnecessary emotional turbulence and develop a greater sense of self-assurance. In personal relationships, maintaining calmness and focus involves choosing interactions wisely, avoiding unnecessary conflicts, and surrounding oneself with people who support growth rather than contribute to drama. Energy is a limited resource, and engaging in unnecessary arguments, toxic relationships, or emotionally draining conversations depletes mental clarity and disrupts inner peace. By consciously choosing to engage only in meaningful and constructive interactions, individuals create a more positive and stable mental environment. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to foster a calm and focused life, as shifting attention toward appreciation rather than stress rewires the brain to focus on what is going well rather than what is lacking. Those who make gratitude a daily practice develop a more positive perspective, experience less anxiety, and find it easier to stay present and focused on their goals. Another critical factor in maintaining calmness is developing a long-term perspective rather than being consumed by short-term frustrations. Many individuals become reactive and lose focus because they fixate on minor setbacks or temporary challenges, allowing them to disrupt their inner balance. However, by cultivating a mindset that prioritizes long-term growth, resilience, and patience, individuals can navigate obstacles with a sense of calm, knowing that difficulties are temporary and manageable. Detaching from unnecessary materialism and simplifying life further enhances focus and calmness, as excessive consumption, clutter, and attachment to possessions often create stress and mental distraction. A minimalist mindset that prioritizes meaningful experiences over excessive material accumulation leads to a more peaceful and centered existence. Ultimately, building a calm and focused life is about mastering the mind, simplifying daily habits, managing emotions, filtering distractions, and creating an environment that supports mental clarity and inner peace. Those who commit to this path experience greater confidence, reduce stress, and the ability to navigate life's challenges with a sense of stability and purpose, leading to long-term fulfillment and success. Conclusion. True inner strength lies in the mastery of one's mind, the ability to remain calm, composed, and in control regardless of the chaos and challenges that arise in life. This skill, once developed, has the power to transform every aspect of existence, from decision-making and emotional well-being to relationships and professional success. Those who learn to train their minds to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively cultivate an unshakable inner foundation that allows them to navigate stress, uncertainty, and adversity with grace and confidence. The journey toward mastering calmness requires deep self-awareness, the discipline to regulate emotions, and a commitment to cultivating inner peace through mindfulness, reflection, and intentional thought control. Calmness is not about suppressing emotions, ignoring difficulties, or pretending problems do not exist. Rather, it is about learning to manage thoughts, detach from negativity, and approach every situation with clarity, wisdom. Reactivity is often driven by external influences, fear, and conditioning, but when individuals take conscious control over their internal state, they free themselves from being emotionally manipulated by circumstances. The ability to pause before reacting, analyze a situation objectively, and respond with intention rather than emotion is one of the most valuable skills a person can develop. By embracing silence, engaging in regular reflection, and minimizing mental distractions, individuals create an internal environment that fosters stability, focus, and confidence. This mental clarity prevents unnecessary emotional turbulence, enhances problem-solving abilities, and allows for a more balanced and measured approach to life's challenges. A person who can remain calm under pressure gains a unique advantage, as they are not easily thrown off course by setbacks, criticism, or unexpected obstacles. The development of this skill leads to stronger relationships, as calm individuals communicate more effectively, listen with greater understanding, and resolve conflicts with a level-headed approach, rather than escalating tensions through impulsive reactions. In the professional world, maintaining a calm and controlled mindset enhances leadership, decision-making, and productivity, as it allows individuals to operate with focus and determination, rather than being overwhelmed by stress and distractions. A life built on calmness and control leads to greater overall well-being, as it minimizes unnecessary emotional suffering, reduces anxiety, and fosters a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. When the mind is trained to resist impulsive reactions, fears lose their grip, external pressures lose their influence, and decisions become more intentional and aligned with long-term goals. This mastery of the mind allows individuals to approach each day with a sense of purpose, confidence, and unshakable inner stability, strengthening the ability to remain calm, stepping away from constant noise, detaching from reactive behaviors, and consciously choosing to operate from a state of clarity rather than chaos. This means taking control of daily routines, ensuring that one's environment supports peace of mind, and filtering out unnecessary distractions that contribute to mental clutter. The modern world is filled with overstimulation, demands, and pressures that pull people in multiple directions, making it easy to become reactive and overwhelmed. However, those who prioritize mental discipline, engage in deep reflection, and cultivate self-awareness can break free from this cycle and develop a powerful sense of control over their thoughts and emotions. Mastering calmness also involves letting go of the need for external validation, as many individuals experience anxiety and stress due to their attachment to opinions, approval, and societal expectations. By shifting focus inward and anchoring confidence in personal values rather than external recognition, individuals free themselves from unnecessary mental burdens and create a life based on self-trust and purpose. Additionally, embracing patience, resilience, and adaptability further strengthens one's ability to maintain calmness, as those who understand that everything in life unfolds in its own time are less likely to be consumed by frustration, stress, or impulsive decision-making. Mental composure is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing practice, requiring consistent effort to build habits that support emotional stability, mindfulness, and thoughtful responses to life's challenges. It means training oneself to slow down before reacting, assessing situations objectively, and ensuring that every action aligns with long-term goals and values, rather than being dictated by fleeting emotions. The discipline to maintain calmness allows for greater self-control, which in turn leads to higher levels of success, fulfillment, and inner peace. Those who cultivate this ability find that their relationships improve, as they are no longer controlled by anger, frustration, or insecurity, and they can navigate social interactions with patience, wisdom, and understanding. They also experience greater personal freedom, as they are no longer enslaved by stress, fear, or external chaos, but instead remain grounded in their own inner power. Mastering calmness transforms how one experiences life, shifting from a state of constant reactivity to one of deliberate action, emotional intelligence, and mental clarity. Those who commit to this path become unshakable, navigating the unpredictable nature of life with confidence, resilience, and an unwavering sense of control. This skill, once fully developed, allows individuals to create a life of purpose, growth, and success where emotions serve rather than control. Challenges become opportunities for learning, and obstacles no longer dictate one's state of mind. By making calmness a daily practice and prioritizing inner stillness, individuals create a reality where they are fully in control of their responses, free from unnecessary stress, and capable of achieving their highest potential with unwavering confidence, discipline, and focus.